Yo, what is up, guys? We are back at it again. Round one of our last locals. Enough shit talking my deck. Let's see how what actually happened. Let's see what happened here. So yeah, Labyrinth. We lose the roll. This definitely felt a little die roll dependent. Depending on what he opens, he sets four like a madman, and I have Impulse, Ash, Droplet, Prince, Squad, Dragoon. So these are cards you would normally see in the deck anyways. So it was really hard to look at this match and really blame anything outside of the fact that we opened two, like I said, guys, we opened a lot of babies today, not a whole lot of extenders or enablers for those discards. So, and then I make a big misplay here. So this is a hindsight play. So I don't know what the lab cards do. On my Prince normal, he goes Karma Cannon, setting it, and then in the end phase he goes Welcome. So what actually needed to happen here, as I needed to not set the droplet. There was no reason to set the droplet. I should have realized what her effect was, because she's going to be setting a Welcome from the deck. And yeah, so I negate the first Welcome with Ash, and then he trap tricks to set any trap. And if I could have, and then he activates the Lady Labyrinth to set a trap from deck. If I could have chained Droplet to that from my hand, setting the Prince, I could have negated that, denying the access to the second Labyrinth. And then his third Welcome he had there, I had the Impulse for. So he would have been on 0 welcomes, and he would have been on. He would have literally had one new set, and then one set from last turn, and then he would have. I don't know what he would have done. I think he would have passed played. Because we'll try and look for the rest of this match, the rest of this game right here, to see what would happen. But yeah, this was just a misplay, and it was just a lack of knowledge against the deck. So I'm not too upset about this. This also felt very dice roll dependent. Really hard to break this board going second. But yeah, so he's going Welcome Labyrinth here. And so he's summoning the girl that pops from hand or field, which is unfortunate because we really don't want to lose the two cards in our hand. We would love to have both of them, but getting rid of Dragoons is probably the better one. I think it doesn't really matter. It doesn't actually. Actually, I would have preferred him hit the Squad instead of the Dragoons, just based off our top deck being Rhine. Oh, did I just scoop it up? Never mind. I must have looked and you know what? I think I may have looked and saw it was like Perulia or something, and just said, yeah, never mind. We're out of here, because I think he was just resetting Karma Cannon or something. But yeah, he super had that one, and so siding for this one was pretty difficult. Looks like I'm just going for the minstrels. I think I'm siding in the infantry as well here. I sided in the Impulse, the Moulin, the infantry, the Call by the minstrels. I want a full combo, but I also know that with this being such an awkward game state, I feel like the infantry is more important, just because like the game might actually go longer, and there's gonna be a lot more board breaking going on, since he might just not play. He might just set and pass. So I'm siding in. Oh, looks like I'm looking at. Looks like infantry didn't hard make it in yet. Oh, there we go. Infantry and Heartbeat make it in, just in case. And then it looks like we sided out the Charmies, and we sided out the Droplets. So there's our side there. Yeah, let's get this next little game here. So I'll get this mouse out of the way. All right, so we open Deep Sea Aria, Deep Sea Diva, double Poseidra, and what looks to be statue. I think it's a statue in hand. So this is not a bad hand at all. The only awkward part is that I would love my Poseidra to be able to send a statue from hand to summon itself, so it's easier to revive the statue. But I want my Deep Sea Aria to not, just neg me like that and lose out my statue. So Deep Sea Aria coming in clutch here. One thing I can say my deck did well was be consistent. Oh, I have Colbide in hand. I don't even know my hand is anymore. Do I even have a statue in there? Oh, there was never Diva. There was never Diva. It was just statue, double Poseidra, call by Aria. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So we add Prince off the Deep Sea Aria, Prince normal, send Squad, add Dragoons, special spike, Pike discard Dragoons. This is just the combo, baby. This is the combo as we know it. Minstrels. Like I should be pitching Poseidra here. Yeah, I think for a moment I even thought let's just play and not use the minstrel, but then I'm like, no, that's crazy. Okay, so discarding, it doesn't really matter because we'll be discarding the Atlantean Dragon Poseidra off the Deep Sea King, so I guess it's fine either way, whether we discard for the minstrel or Deep Sea King. But Although, in hindsight, I don't know. It's hard to say, because if he stops me, then I can at least summon statue back, and maybe statue's good. It seemed like he was afraid of statue, so I don't know. But yeah, he just completely scooped it up there. Now going into our game 3 here. So I open, I think, just a host of engine, which was unfortunate. Looks like it's Poseidra, Prince, Butterfly Fish, Teus. Now, this is not a bad hand. And he starts with a lab, the normal summon. Looks like it's double Teus or double Poseidra. I don't know. I can't totally tell. But yeah, I definitely saw Butterfly Fish, Teus, Poseidra, Prince, and either a second Teus or a second Poseidra. So this is actually a great hand for playing into a board. So like, I'm actually not even super worried here. I'm thinking he needs to open absolutely busted, and my top deck is also absolutely busted. So this, there was a moment where we thought this game was actually ours, and you'll see where that instantly goes away, like a fleeting dream in the night sky. So he's activating Blackjack here. That card is so crazy. With the furniture is insane. He looks at the top 3 cards of his deck, he rearranges them, and then on my turn, he can banish the Blackjack to set the top, to look at the top card of his deck. If it's a trap, he sets it. If it's not, it like goes somewhere else. So obviously he knows exactly what his next 3 cards are. And I draw Lightning Storm. Boys, I draw Lightning Storm for turn. I'm like, this is literally my game. I have both of my extenders, my main starter, my card economy, Butterfly Fish, and Lightning Storm. And then he goes Labyrinth. I'm like, sure, dude. Like, you could have changed that anyways. I'm still waiting for the card that might scare me. I'm also asking him, like, hey, do your Labyrinth cards, stop me from doing anything? And he tells me that the Lady Labyrinth just stops me from being able to target it or respond, I think, to it with like effects or something, or trap effects. I don't know. Then he goes his next little welcome card here. And I missed what happened there. So he activates welcome and chains Lady, because I activated a trap, so he can set a trap from his deck. And he sets DGG, and that's so busted. I saw a DGG set, and I'm like, oh no. This is not good. Yep, and then DGG, and I'm just like, bet. Guess we're just not playing. Guess this is just a shifter matchup. Yeah. So I totally, that's a good end board, man. That's tough. So I go Lightning Storm. I hit Spell and Traps. My hits were amazing. It was like Karmic Cannon, Strike, and Dogmatica Punishment. And then he top decks Extrab for turn. Like, all right, this was just not my game, I was not meant to win this game. Now, funny enough, one thing I could have done differently was going forward, I guess, is keep in the forbidden droplets. Keep in the droplets to deal with, degenerate trap setting from Lady. That's one thing I can take into account here. I don't think a card... Now, I would question if a card like Atlantean Marksman might be good for this matchup. I don't think it ever came up, though, in this particular matchup, so I'm not sure if it would be strong or not, or worth citing just for the Labyrinth matchup. I do think Marksman is good against other decks as well, but it's just important to see, to check the main reason for why you'd want to play a card, and if the card we're questioning is Marksman versus because we had a tough time against Labyrinth, we need to look back at the game state and see how did our deck actually fare against, or how did our deck actually fare against this deck with or without Marksman. Yeah, so he just takes it. He just has game here. I'm just like, yep. That's brutal. So it wasn't actually for some reason I remember getting 2-0'd back to back here. So it was not actually a 2-0. So that's kind of nice. Now I do have, so I do actually have, we decided to run it back. And this is something I'm going to want to do more often, I think. When I play against the better players, I think I'm maybe just going to ask them to just run it back and get one more match in there. So I win the roll here, and I open double Perulia Ash, Squad Dragoon. So this is still playable, but then he opens the crazy combo. Furniture, discarding Blackjack was crazy. I think he set I missed what his set. I think his set was punishment. He set punishment, and then he's able to activate the blackjack. Oh no, he set welcome, right? He set welcome off the furniture, and then blackjack sets, and then he can activate the dogmatica punishment. So just destroying my squad before it can activate its effect. So that was crazy. And then he also has the Garura draw here. I thought about ashing it, but I'm like, no, there's no way that's good. There's no way we do that. We definitely do not do that. It was a quick thought of like come and go. It shouldn't even be a thought. I shouldn't even consider it, to be honest. So he activates Butler here on my turn to either summon a Labyrinth from hand or set a trap from hand. And I had to put him on in case you're summoning a monster. I have to be able to draw and try and play because we're still in the main phase. And he decides to set a trap, and then he's able to activate it. And I had the Ash for it, so that was nice. And then I have a second Perulia for my turn, just like hoping to stop him from being able to, like, you know, take me out. The Charmies are not good against this deck, that is for sure. The very undervalued cards in this matchup, which is probably why his deck does really well, because the Charmies just do absolutely nothing, and people are probably a lot of the times dropping Charmies, including myself, in the draw phase, and then just starting their turn with a 4 or 5 card hand. But yeah, so he goes into his I don't know what these Labyrinth cards are called, but the one that pops. So he goes to pop the last card in my hand. Yes. Is that gonna happen here? So I do get one draw. Crazy he gave me a draw at all. I guess I am keeping 2 cards in my hand. I feel like that lady's gonna pop one of my cards soon though. I think I drew a second Dragoons. Or I think I have double Dragoons in my hand. But yeah, man, he's comboing off here. This deck is crazy. Yeah, so he did hit one of the Dragoons. It was double Dragoons, actually. Yeah, it was double Dragoons. And then this is the game. And then this game, I top deck Shrine. So yeah, we're dealing with a board here. Forgot what his set was. Too much to go over. And I should have done a better job of watching these matches over before we got into them. Usually I give my matches like 2 to 3 watches before I should record, and I did not do that with this one. So yeah, so we do top deck the Shrine, which is insane. So Shrine, discard Dragoons. Decided to go for Poseidon here over a Deep Sea King, because I want to, you know, try and play through his board. And you don't need Deep Sea King to play. It's just an amazing card that if you can get there, you can win the game off of it. But sometimes the game states do not allow that. So yeah, here we are just going for Poseidon. I'm pretty sure I'm targeting a set, not realizing how we're interacting with the board. And that's honestly a good thing. It's good to do this. It was really good that we ran it back, because now I know that Butler can send itself from field as well to reset traps and activate them from his hand. So me putting that trap back in his hand is completely irrelevant. So maybe this is an instance where Marksman might have been pretty crazy, because you could go Poseidon and you could target either one of the ladies, or you could target Butler and to put back in their hand, and then send Marksman off the Poseidon. And then let's see, and then my Dragoons can add Prince that I discarded off Poseidon, and then my Marksman can target the set and destroy it, and then he's just forced to just punishment the Poseidon. Yeah, that's probably the line. So this is an instance where you can see that Marksman might have actually had some more utility available for me. It might have actually allowed me to play a little longer. Not sure if I would have won the game off of it, but we do know that Prince is a really strong card, and I'm definitely getting somewhere for sure. So game 2 here, I'm going first. I open Ash, Statue, Prince, Minstrel, Teus. So great hand. He does start with the Wombo combo though, so we are a little worried about that. But at the same time, you know, I have Minstrel, Statue to just like start the game off. You know, gets the win condition in the graveyard, and then I have Prince plus Teus just to play through whatever he has. Looks like I decided to start with the Prince here. Interesting that I would choose to do that. Yeah, so he did have the Blackjack combo. Oh, he lets me take this back. I did send the wrong card. I meant to send Statue. Yeah. So I do appreciate him letting me take that back. I mean, this is like a practice game, I guess, but also, what's the point in having like a bad game? Like, there's games where, like, oh, your opponent obviously lost because of, like, bad technical play. And then there's, like, games where, like, oh, like, this deck, like, this game just offered diminishing returns in terms of, like, testing and practice because like, you accidentally did something. So yeah, we add the squad to hand off of Teus, and then Minstrel look at the hand, summon the Prince to field, and from here on out, he has a trap that he cannot activate, and he has 3 engine cards in hand. And I'm thinking, yeah, I can Moulin you, I can statue you, and I can put that trap tricks that I banished off the Minstrel, I can put it back in your deck as well. Since we opened the statue, you're able to use the Donna to just recycle it back. And so eventually, he actually, funny enough, the only thing that's interesting here is that, so to get the max value off of the Deep Sea King, I do link off the Moulin and Teus to get the free bodies. Not feeling bad about it at all, because it's fine. I mean, he's just not going to play. He's not going to have enough sets, enough traps he can set to combat my my Totally Awesomes. Or my removal and bounce back cards, on top of the fact that I'm going to have statue lock here, so he won't be summoning any monsters, so even if he has like welcomes, he can't use them. Yeah, so he just scoops that one up, and then we go to the next one. And so he's just kind of where you can see how it might be a dice roll of a matchup, for sure. And so again, I mean, he opens these furniture cards like nobody's business, and probably because his deck's built better than mine. But yeah, so he has a set 4 here, which is crazy. And I think I have, yeah, Teus squad, double squad, Teus Poseidra, double squad, Deep Sea King, and I think maybe a butterfly fish. Not sure. I can't tell. We'll get there. So yeah, so we're going Teus squad here. I figured this might be the best starting action, because I want to just kind of like first test for Droll. I don't think this deck plays Droll, but it can. And I wanted to, you know, kind of just bait out the early interruptions. Let's look at I must have added Pike. I add Pike with, I have Harpooner in hand. So, so shotgunning the 2, I think this is fine. Okay, so one awkward thing here about adding the Pike is I just don't think there was even a better target, to be honest. But I think Pike, maybe adding Pike was potentially bad. So does he target? So he goes welcome. This card, now that thing just destroys something. It does not target. So I think the and and he striked my Poseidra. I forgot that he striked my Poseidra. So he just like kind of locked me out from playing here. He hit me on really good points. Being able to pop my Prince on summon from the squad, so that those are 2 resources of getting Prince out. Negated the Poseidon from ever hitting field. And so then the one card that I did misplay with was the Teus. Oh, focus there. The Teus should have probably added Shrine. If the Teus adds Shrine, then let's see. I have Deep Sea King. I have Harpooner. I can potentially keep that extra squad I had in my hand. I could have potentially played it out differently and used like maybe Deep Sea King. Use like Deep Sea King to summon Poseidra. Poseidra send Dragoons, or well, he would negate it with Strike, and then I go Shrine and I send my my second copy of Squad in my hand to grave. If I said that right, yeah, Poseidra send a different water, just not the second squad. Try to summon itself out, it gets striked, and then use Shrine, tribute the other squad in my hand, summon Poseidra from my deck, send Dragoons, get Prince, also spin a card. That's probably the correct line there. And yeah, so was that it? That was it. Yeah, so we just get another 2-1 real quick, real fast. But yeah, that's it for the matches, guys. I didn't look back at this match again, honestly. I didn't give these games enough time. But yeah, thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one, and peace.